Hi, I'm Jonathan Smith with Prestige Yacht Sales. You can call or text me at 860-514-3763 or email me at jsmith@prestigeyahtsales.net. Hey, today we're looking at a brand new True North 34. You can see it behind me in that beautiful gray hull. These are real pretty boats, as you can see. This is a new boat with all the major options, including a diesel generator, full electronics package with Garmin 16-inch display, autopilot, 24-inch radar, depth, VHF, fusion stereo, air conditioning, and many other options, bow thruster, etc. So, hey, let's go take a look at this boat. Dealing with a little bit of tough light with the morning sun behind the boat, but hopefully the camera does it some justice. Little information, these boats obviously were built by Pearson with diesel power for a long time, back in the 90s, 2000s. They were discontinued. Now they're built by Catalina Yachts in Florida, redesigned with outboard power, which everybody wants these days. Here's our bow thruster. So with those pair of 300 horsepower Suzukis on the back, this is a boat that has the most efficient planing cruise speed, right around 18.5 knots. And let's see, I got some notes here. And at 18.5 knots, you're going to burn, well, you're going to get 1.2 nautical miles per gallon, a 263 nautical mile range. I think a lot of people are going to cruise in the mid-20s, and it's still pretty efficient. 1 nautical mile per gallon, 219 mile range. Wide open is 40 knots, which you're probably not going to do very often. Hey, they got a really cool thing here. So where you mount the brackets, you got this kind of parallelogram riser plate. So it allows you to run in shallow water and customize the trim for where you're running and how you're running. And that's all controlled at the helm. Pretty cool. We do have the Sure Shade on this boat. Let's see if we can see anything on the other side. Maybe the light's better. Well, got a little bit of sunlight here on the transom to show you that gray color. We got white bottom paint on this boat. "18-degree dead rise." Here, those are zip wake trim tabs. They're automatic trim tabs. If you haven't used them, they're terrific. You kind of set the boat up, put it on auto, and it automatically senses your speed and your level and your trim and your pitch, and automatically adjusts. Swim ladder on the back that if you ever fell in by accident, you can actually open that up from the water to rescue yourself. A little bit of a swim platform area and a door to get in the cockpit. This boat does have a flush system, which was an option. So you can connect the hose and flush out your engines. Here's our shore power inlets. You got 2 cords, one for the house and one for the air conditioning. All right, I came back with better afternoon light. Put the cushions in place. You can see this one folds away, this transom seat. So that hides away if you need more room in the back of the boat. This cushion and backrest is more permanent, although the arm rests do flip out of the way. But I just wanted to show you that. Storage area in here. Notice you do have nice little steps on both sides, so if you're at a dock getting on board, you got handholds. Makes it easy to get on board. That's, like I said, on both sides. Stereo speakers for a fusion stereo. Let's take a look in this big deck hatch. Here is our diesel generator in a cocoon for sound. That is diesel. Here's our seawater strainer for it. Got a battery back here, which I think is the generator start battery. The diesel fill for it is up here on the deck. One of those is for the pump out for the head, and the other is the diesel. Okay, we have the canvas back, and this is heavy Strataglass. I don't know what the actual material is, but it's heavy stuff that stays clear, more like glass than plastic. And we do have these snap thingies. There are mesh screens that go on to give privacy, and that's all around. The doorway unzips and will roll up. This is a softer material here that does roll up. So, all right, let's go inside. Right, I am inside, and it's mid-November. It's chilly out there, but it's actually pretty comfortable in here. We've got a galley to starboard, a nice L-shaped seated area. Excuse all the cushions, but this cushion right here, actually, the table drops down, and this becomes a second berth out here. All right, and here's what it looks like with the salon table converted to a berth. Pretty easy to do. And I guess two people could kind of sleep diagonally would be the best way, if that makes sense. Good space. All right, here's the salon. Cushions. And this is the upgraded synthetic leather, faux leather material. It feels really nice. Feels nice and rich. Beautiful table, huh? Nice inlay. And when you're sitting here in the main seat, you can push a button and a TV drops down from the overhead. So, you know, you could have 4 people sitting here around the table watching TV. So they made a redesign from the originals. We got a real mate's chair here. This is our 24-inch Garmin radar that hasn't been installed yet, but it's sitting here ready to go. Have a nice little footrest there. And then our captain's chair. And these are all STID seats, so real nice seats. Take a look at our helm, our 16-inch Garmin display, touchscreen display, our Outboard 300 horsepower Suzuki displays. That's our zip wake, our bow thruster, and these engines do have the joystick controller, what do they call it? Optimus. Suzuki calls it Optimus. So that's there right next to the helm. So you're sitting down, basically real relaxed with your hand on the joystick, cup holder over here, VHF speaker for your VHF radio, wiper controls, yeah, basic little electric panel for your running lights, etc. The center window does open, so if you're running, you can get fresh air in here. The side windows also open, and this is an air-conditioned space as well. We got an air conditioner under here, under the seat, and you can see a vent there. So, you know, if you're off away from the dock, you can have your generator running and either cool this area or even heat it with a reverse cycle heat. I really do like the ceiling. It's fiberglass, but you know, it looks like the wood streaks, if you will. And there is LED lighting throughout up here. There's another outlet for our air conditioner. Storage areas, a fridge that pulls out with a little freezer on top. 1 burner electric stove. Sink, the pink stuff shows it's winterized. Here's our controls. I think one of them's for the TV. Up, down, I see. Fusion stereo controller right there. You can see you got some AC outlets. All right, let's go down below. Let's just look at our visibility. It's really terrific, actually. Up here, and we got a windlass up there. Let's take a look down below. You have a center line island style berth with steps on both sides so you can get in and out without disturbing your partner. There's some life jackets that come with the boat. Nice wood on both sides. Here's our throwable device. Storage compartments. Electric panel here. AC panel and DC panel. Generator control starter panel. I believe that's what that is. Here's our battery switches right here. We use the relays like a lot of boats these days. Here's our generator, our air conditioner controller. So there's 2 units, one for down below and one for out in the cockpit. Another Fusion stereo controller. And this panel's not in right now, so we can see how the wiring is done. Fusion stereo stuff. Some ventilation for the air conditioning hoses. Anyways, really nice, good size bed. And you're connected right to a head. You got a shower here. It is a wet head. Electric flush. And that's all winterized. Little controller for your shower. Mirror. Another little mirror here. Small little stainless sink. And getting down here, it's 3 steps. I almost forgot to mention you have this real nice pocket door. Let's see if I can do this. So you can close off the interior, and it does have a smoke glass roof to let some light in, but also maintain privacy. So that locks up. All right, kind of a final look around. Real nice stid seats for mate and captain. Big, bright, airy space with a real tall ceiling. No, you'd have to be an NBA basketball player to have a problem with head clearance in this boat. It's way up there. Oh, there's also a huge hatch too that opens up for ventilation, kind of like a sunroof, if you will. Real nice boat. We got a special price on this one. I believe the savings over full retail is around $130. Reach out to me, and I can get you the actual spec sheet showing all these options we talked about. And there's more that I didn't mention, you know, kind of the lesser options. They all add up. But if you compare this Down East style boat to any of the others that are out there, I think you're going to find it's really a great value. You know, compared to the other popular Down East brands, you're going to save a lot of money with this True North. And plus, we have a lot of our own savings in here. Around 130 grand off full retail. I don't want to put the actual price on here. You might have a trade-in. We will consider all trades towards this boat. And, you know, that plays into it. But trust me when I say we're looking to move this boat out. And we want to make a deal. Once again, I'm Jonathan Smith with Prestige Yacht Sales. You can call or text me at 860-514-3763. Or email me at jsmith@prestigeyaichtsales.net. I'd love to hand you or email you a spec sheet on this boat with all the options and the pricing. If you'd like to come see it, it is in Groton, Connecticut, right where my office is at Spicer's Marina. And it's open right now, but it's about to get shrink wrapped. We will have a door in it so we can get on it. But our best look right now, once the shrink wrap goes on, will be this video. And obviously, when you take delivery, you know, the warranty would start then. And we got you covered through the Catalina True North warranty period. Okay, I hope to hear from you. Thanks. Bye.